Hello, I'm Dan from ebikeist, and I've come to Germany today. I've come to the Riese Müller factory in Muttal, and I've come for the campus days. They're going to show us around and tell us everything that's going to be new for the 26-27 season. And if you'd like to find out more, just follow me and I will tell you everything that I find out. So here we are on the Riese Müller campus. We've got lots of the other suppliers alongside us. I can see Abbas, Enviolo. I can see Bosch over there as well. Old Supernova, the lights. We've got lots of different suppliers, Magura, Schwalbe. Also, I guess that's all the partners that are working with the bike, so we can go and have a chat with them and see what's happening as well. I think we've got an opening speech, first of all, with Sandra, which we're going to go to in just a minute, have a listen, see what she's got to say. And then it's cracking on, go and have a look at the bikes. So I'm going to get some of the different ones. We've got a Nevo to look at, we've got a Charger to look at, we've got a new lightweight bike, which is, I think, called the Veo as well. We've got a Load 5 that's got a Pinion gearbox on. We've got a Pinion range extender. We've got a multi-charger 4 that's got like an adventure spec type of kit. So I'm looking forward to seeing all of that. I'll try and get some details on each one of them as we go around. Just so you can see exactly what we're looking at. Okay, so that was the first intro talk we had from Sandra, and then also from a little bit from Timo, and then passing on to the development team to talk about the new Veo bike. Sandra, I think, was mainly saying that what's important is continuing the manufacturing in Germany. It's not easy, but they believe that there really is a place to do this for the future. They are very focused on continuing to produce premium bikes, so not going down the route of competing for the cheapest price, and just dropping the specification. They believe the bikes should be, I guess, long-term and quality, enjoyable to ride. So that the bike that they've introduced is their Veo as well, so that's what the product team were just talking about. I've come down to actually try it rather than listen to that, because we can see what it is. I've read about it. Other things they were saying about, lots of ums here whilst I'm thinking. They were saying about the things that they have to say no to. And one of those was obviously America, and pulling out of that and saying, you can't wake up in the morning and not know what the tariffs are going to be. And whilst they made loads of good friends, fantastic dealers, lots of great customers out there, then sadly they had to decide it's not viable. Maybe that will change at some point in the future, but that's one of the things that they decided they would say no to. Anyway, I'm heading down to go and see the products. I think they've got like a showroom set up, so I can have a look at them. I'll show you around all those, and then we're going to take some bikes out and go for a ride. Okay, so here we are. We're outside what used to be the factory shop for Riese Müller, and the plan is they've set it up now to show us all the different bikes that they've got. We're going to go and have a look around, see the updates for 26, 27, and run through all the details. Come on in, let's go. So one of the first bikes that we're going to look at here is going to be called, this is a new Veo from Riese Müller. So Riese Müller have made a lightweight bike. So at the moment you can obviously buy things like the Chargers and the Nevos, but there's a big push from customers saying that those bikes are too heavy. Can we have something a bit lighter? Previously we've had things like the Roadster, we've had the UBN, but now we've got this new Veo. Nice thing about it, it's actually kitted out with the Bosch motors, and there's various different types that are available. So there's PX, CX, SX. The base bike comes with the SX, and it's coming in probably around about £4,000. But most importantly about this bike, it comes in sub 20 kilograms. So this is a really good one to look at. This is going to be launched, I think, sort of towards the back end of the year. I'll get that confirmed in a little bit. It comes as a step through, but it also comes with a high crossbar. There's a high crossbar in a minute down the other end that we're going to try and get a look at. This one is the Enviolo version with the Gates belt drive on it, and as standard I think it's got a 360 watt-hour battery in it. So very nice bike, looking forward to riding this one in just a minute. Let's head on to the next bike over here. So the next thing that we've got is a Nevo. So the Nevo has got 2 updates this year. They've already done the core update, so we've got the base model of the bike coming in at 3,699. I think prices are going up in about a month's time, so they're going to be up to around about £4,000. Things that they're adding to this range now is they've got 2 new colours. They've got the Moss, which is the same colour as on the Super Delights we've got, so a really nice sort of deep green colour. Metallic-y finish as well, so I quite like the look of that. And then there's another colour, so come over this way. Now, when I first saw this one in the brochure that Riese Müller sent over to me, it was described as golden yellow, and I called it the custard colour bike to all my friends. It didn't come well out in the print, but when you look at this now, this golden yellow, it really is a gold sort of colour. And I was hoping it was going to be something similar to the supercharger that we used to have with a curry matte. But yeah, I'd probably say it's actually an awful lot nicer. So it's a metallic coloured paint. It's called golden yellow, but it's more of a gold. It's, I think it could be quite a popular colour. This bike obviously is still going to be available with the Bosch motors, Pinion options on it. I think there's also a Pinion range extender, which I've seen on another bike over the back there in a minute, which we'll have a look at. Okay, so the chargers for next year, we've introduced a couple at Riese Müller have introduced a couple of new colours. This one is called Lavender. Again, it's the same finishes like the moss and the golden yellow, where it's that nice metallic-y sort of coloured finish. So quite a bright colour. And the other one is called Maroon. That's what it's called. Sort of a lovely red colour. Again, the same metallic finish, and it looks really classy. On this Charger5, so this is a Charger5 Pinion, we can see that they've put the range extender on there. So this is the first time that this has been released. This is probably, and I can't remember off the top of my head, it's about another 200, 250 watt hours on top of the standard 800 watt hours that we've got in the bike. So this is going to make the range around about 1,000 watt hours. That's a huge distance. You're going to get sort of maybe about 100 miles out of this bike. It's something that everybody asks for. I don't know whether it's really needed, how many people are actually going to be doing 100-mile trips on their bike. But based on the way I ride, which is turbo everywhere, this could be quite a nice addition. It obviously does detach, so you don't have to have it on there all the time. And you can just buy it and leave it in the cupboard if you want. Other things to look at, on the Charger5, they're creating another base spec model for it for the year. So we've got the Core model coming in. That's going to be fitted with a Nexus 7-speed Shimano hub on it, and I think that's a belt drive as well. So that'll get the price down to around about £4,000 as a starting price. So then you get an awful lot of bike for that £4,000 mark. Obviously available still in the high crossbar and the mixed and step-through version of it. Okay, so this is a new Vea from Riese Müller. So this is their lightweight bike. So what they've gone for here, they've put in a 360 watt-hour battery. So by default, that's going to make it lighter anyway. And it has a standard, the SX motor, as a starting point. This is still an incredibly powerful motor. If I go back a few years and think about how powerful the motors were in the bikes when I first started riding them, this is more powerful than that. But the difference is it's more bike-like, so less bike, more lighter on the road. Starting prices, that doesn't drop, so we're still in line with the Charger5s and the Nevos, so we're still around about that £4,000 starting point. But the big thing about this is the weight. We're getting down to sub 20 kilograms. So if you've been looking at Riese Müller bikes thinking, these are big, heavy bikes and they're causing you a problem, well, definitely have a look at this, and obviously the step-through version of it as well, because this is going to be a nice option for something you can get onto the train, you can lift up the steps, you can take in and out the house. It's a nice option. It looks really good. It looks like a bike, but because it's a Riese Müller, it's going to come with all the premium stuff that you need on there. So we're going to have things like, decent mud guards. We're going to have racks on it. This one's actually fitted with a dropper seat post as well, which is quite nice. Front and rear lights. Choice of motors. So if you want to go for the base motor, an SX motor, but you can upgrade that to a PX and to a CX. I imagine this bike is going to be incredibly powerful and fast if you go for the CX motor. But really nice bike, and this is what they're kind of pushing as their new thing for the 26-27 season. So one of the other updates for this year is the addition of the Pinion system onto the load bike. So up until now, we've only been able to have our Bosch motors. So we've had we've had the Cargo line motors on them. The other good thing that they've added in the Pinion motor, but they've also added in a twin battery as well. So we've got a 1,600 watt-hour battery, two enormous batteries. So on a normal bike, I'd say that was probably about 150 miles range. This one is probably going to be getting around about 70, 75 miles range. And the way that they've combine the pinion motor in, you wouldn't really notice whether you've got pinion or Bosch or anything. They make it really slick. It's looking really cool. This one I think is fitted with a performance kit, which is an upgrade on it. But other than that, it's pretty straightforward as a load going into next year. And I think that's going to be an option that an awful lot of people like, because when you're climbing big hills with a lot of weight and a lot of power on the pedals with a Bosch and roll-off system, it can sometimes be difficult to change. Benefits of the pinion system is you can change under any load. So that's just going to make a horrible crack noise, but it's going to move into the next gear and you'll continue to climb up the hill. So I imagine that's going to be a great update for people on the load. Okay, so this is the new multi-charger 4 from Riese Müller. So this is the new bike for the season that's coming up, sort of 26, 27. Apart from looking incredibly good, it's got a few nice things on it as well. Let's look at the front end of the bike first of all. So this bike you'll probably recognise if I was to show you just this bit. It's very similar to the Charger5. So they've used the front end of that frame. But because it's a multi-charger, we've now got a long tail on the back of it. So we've got the ability to carry an awful lot of luggage. Historically, this has always been seen as a child carrying bike, so a couple of kids on the back. But this year, Riese Müller have done a fantastic thing, and they've actually made it into a true adventure bike. So one of the best bikes that we used to sell was the supercharger with a dual battery on it, and they've actually created this as pretty much the same thing. So you'll see, in the down tube, we've got an 800 watt-hour battery, and then behind here, we've got a second 800 watt-hour battery. So this bike has 1,600 watt-hours of battery capacity. Now, if we were to be doing sort of normal sort of tarmac road riding or relatively sort of level stuff, we'd be expecting a range of 160 miles. So if you want massive touring capability, then this is probably a bike for you. Another thing Riese Müller have done, that this frame is now a mixed frame as standard. So we have this drop frame that's sort of coming down here, because the high crossbar was really probably not very well sold. Everybody went for the low. But what they've done is they've added this really cool little bag that goes in here. There's nothing in it, just checking to see what's there. But they've added this nice bag, and it looks cool. It looks more of an adventure spec. The other thing they've done is they've added a front bag on there, and this is a new rack. And I don't know if you can see, this used to be a rack made of sort of tubes, welded tubes. This is now a bag that's fitted with an MIK adapter on it. So the bag comes off, we've got an MIK adapter that clips straight onto here. It looks cool, it's really robust as well, and I guess there's loads of pockets so we can put stuff in, secret little messages in that one as well. So yeah, that's looking good. Another nice feature that I like on this one, I'm not quite sure how it works yet, so I need to get somebody to show me, but Riese Müllers have a cockpit with an adjustable stem on it. So normally there's two bolts on the side here. You'd release, you'd be able to bring the stem up and move the riding position back towards you. I've been told that this is adjustable, so we can change that as we go along, which is going to be a nice upgrade. Another thing, they've put a little mount here for, it's an SP Connect, I think, phone mount, so that you can clip your phone on here as default and also have your display as well. Now, it comes in 3 or 4 different specifications. The base model of this is going to be a touring spec, so it's going to be a chain of cassette, manual shift, so trigger and shifters that's on there. Then there's a Vario version, which has got the Enviola hub. Not my favourite spec, but will be very nice for, I guess, sort of town riding. Not so great for the off-road stuff. And then the last spec that's there is a roll-off. Now, really disappointingly, the roll-off is going to be an HS spec only at the moment. I've asked Riese Müller and said, is this to stay, or will there be a normal specification of the roll-off bike? Because I think that's the one that's going to be most popular. HS obviously means high-speed bike. It's not legal in the UK to ride that on the roads without a number plate, a helmet, and all that stuff, because it is technically a motorcycle. But other than that, this bike, with all its extra kit on it, it's going to be a really, really good fun bike for taking on some massive adventures. And you never know, let's see if we can get out and do one of those adventures and show you exactly what this bike is going to be like. Well, that's an awful lot better. We've got some wind in our hair, the hair that we haven't got, and we're just cruising along outside the factory. I've picked out one of the new Nevo bikes. I've got one with a Nexus hub in it. And do you know what the best thing about this is? It's roasting hot. I put it in turbo and I'm just cruising along, cooling down. Got Michael with me. And we're going to take out a couple of the bikes and just go and have a quick play around with them, have a look, show you what these new bikes are like. first impressions, I've literally ridden about 100 meters. You can feel it's light. I have got it in turbo, and it's actually very comfortable. I didn't used to like the position of things like the Roadster. I found them quite uncomfortable. This, I guess it's got comfort bars on it, is nice and upright. Yes, generally it's a very nice bike at the moment. It is really hot here. I'm out riding the Charger5 Pinion, and I'm really impressed by it. I don't know if you can hear it, like the Pinion gearbox has a bit of a growl to it anyway. And at the moment I'm climbing uphill. But nice, it's in auto mode. This is probably going to be a better solution for something like a heavy cargo bike where you're going to be changing gear under load quite often. And that Pinion gearbox just doesn't care. It just keeps on going through the gears. So downside of a roll-off is sometimes if you're pushing hard on the pedals and you try to change gear, it will catch. Whereas the Pinion, it will just change under any load at all. So it's a nice solution actually. And of course, the big thing for this year, it's a dual battery. So we've got two, I think 800 watt hour batteries. So we've got a total capacity of 1,600 watt hours on this bike, which is enormous. So if you really want to load it up and go on massive adventures, then this might well be a good option for you. Well, that was my little whistle-stop tour of the Riese Müller campus. Little update on all the new bikes that are coming out in this year, so 26, 27. Hopefully that filled in a bit of the gaps. If you've got any questions, then obviously stick them in the comments down below and I will get back to you and answer anything that I can. And if you do me a massive favour and like and subscribe, I'll catch up with you soon.